I'm Ian Fraser and I'm the founder of Seniors at Work, which is a job site dedicated to assisting those in their mid-50s and over in finding work opportunities and to connect employers with a wonderfully talented pool of mature and experienced workers. Before I go into the social impact, I just want to give you a little bit of background and context into why Seniors at Work is here. In my late 50s, I had to find work for the first time. I wasn't too daunted because I knew I had worked for around 40 years, almost entirely in management positions. I applied for over 75 jobs and I received just 2 interviews in that time. And it's soul destroying, to say the least, to have to go through that experience. I looked for a site and a platform that I thought would assist people of my age in finding work, and I couldn't find such a creature here in New Zealand. So naively or otherwise, I decided to give it a go myself. We launched in mid-July, and my mission has primarily been to knock on the doors of employers to tell them about Seniors at Work and to ask them to at least consider, when they're looking to fill their next work position, whether someone over 55 could be suitable, and if they were suitable, to consider listing with Seniors at Work. The workplace dynamic is changing. People are living longer, they're fitter, they're healthier, and most want to keep on working. There is a declining birth rate, so there are less people coming into the workforce. There are already some skill shortages. Some simple key facts. There are 1 million New Zealanders over the age of 60, 1.5 million over the age of 50. There are 190,000 people over the age of 65 still working. Our research tells us that there are in excess of 100,000 people over 55 who are looking for work. You know, mature workers have still got so much to give to the workforce. Their skills, experience, maturity, common sense, reliability, work ethic and loyalty, so much to give. Delivering and sustaining the social enterprise. We built the website. I've been down to Wellington and met with the Minister for Seniors and the Director of the Office for Seniors in their Beehive office. We released a media statement in mid-July, resulting in a number of requests for radio interviews, an appearance on TV3's AM show, and requests by various regional and suburban newspapers for articles. I've got the support and assistance from a number of business associations, such as EMA, the Chamber of Commerce and Business Central, who are all letting their members know about Seniors at Work, which is great. I've established relationships with people and entities that work in the senior space, such as Age Concern and Chirpy Plus. I've made contact with over 300 community groups, and I've knocked on the doors of over 100 businesses to date, telling them about Seniors at Work. And fortunately, I have received a very positive response from nearly all of them. I'm going to continue that knocking on doors over the next 6 to 8 weeks and getting that message out there about Seniors at Work, initially on a generic list and then more targeted sectors of companies who I think will be interested in mature workers. Our business model is very non-risk and sustainable. After our final setup costs, the only ongoing costs are a monthly software rental, any website required costs, marketing, and then myself. That's it. Why are we the team? Currently we're just a one-person entity. I contract out our website requirements, and I'm lucky to have our daughter's partner who lives in New York with our daughter looking after our social media requirements. So we jokingly refer to that as our New York office. As the site is born out of my own challenges and frustrations in finding work from my mid-50s on, I can totally empathize with mature older workers who are likewise struggling to find work, because I'm one of them. I'm totally passionate, focused and committed on assisting those mature workers in achieving their objectives and finding work, and also making Seniors at Work a useful and successful tool and platform. I've already established key working relationships, and looking at myself, I've worked for over 40 years, almost entirely in senior management. I've been part of 3 startups, and I've built up a good list of transferable skills. What difference will funding make? I can only be honest, the site has been created very much on an oily rag basis, and I've been so lucky and fortunate that so many good people have been prepared to give their time to give me feedback and assistance to get to where we are so far. I guess I'm typical of many of those who have contacted me and registered on the site, in the sense that as I have struggled to find work in the last 8 to 10 years, I've had to dip into savings in order to assist with the funding of mortgages and basic living everyday costs. I've funded the work to date, but I'm struggling with the final setup and operational costs, and so if I was fortunate to get some funding assistance, it would enable me to pay those costs and also to do some marketing, which I haven't been able to do to date, and to focus on developing and driving the business. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to tell you a little bit about Seniors at Work and our background. We're here to stay, and I have 2 simple goals and objectives, one tangible and one more philosophical. The tangible is to create 1,000 work opportunities for people in their mid-50s and over to find work. The philosophical one is to make that small difference to those over 50 wanting to find work.